I can't wait to punch him in the head. I don't just want to knock him out and render him unconscious because it's legacy. It's because it's personal. To rub salt in my wounds while I'm down and kick me while I'm down, you best pray to God I don't get back up. I will smash him to pieces. Yeah, because he's an idiot.
His name's brought up anything.
Well, because he's an idiot. That's why. He's arrogant. He's an idiot. He thinks his shit don't stink. And I can't wait to punch him in the head. That's the reality. I think now it's just, I don't just want to knock him out and render him unconscious because it's legacy. It's because it's personal.
Conor Benn isn't holding back, not for a second. He's tearing into Chris Eubank Jr. with no filter, and the shots he's firing aren't just for show. Benn isn't calling Eubank arrogant, he's calling him delusional. According to Benn, Eubank walks around like he's untouchable, but that illusion is about to get shattered. This fight? It's not business for Benn. It's personal, deeply personal. He's not just aiming to win, he wants to knock Eubank out cold and leave no doubt who the real fighter is. Benn's focus is razor sharp, and the intensity he's bringing to this showdown is something else. He's coming for blood, and he's not interested in playing games or selling hype. He wants results.
Right, no appreciation, he's an idiot. That's it there, he's just an idiot. That's what sells, you know, he's an idiot. And I've said it about 5 times in about 10 seconds. That's because I genuinely what I think of him. You know, so for me, I'll fight anybody. I don't have to always talk. I'll fight Barrios for the WBC world title, no problem. People know what they're getting.
Yeah.
It's not fluke. I am the product. My fighting style is the product.
To him, Eubank is nothing more than an overhyped middleweight with too much ego and not enough skill to back it up. The trash talk isn't empty. Benn believes every word, and now he's out to prove it in the ring. What's more, Benn has been crystal clear. He's not scared of Eubank or any fighter in the division. He's ready for top-tier names, and he's done being overlooked. There's no bluff here. He's not just another flashy name. He's the real deal. And when he steps into the ring, he wants to make sure the world remembers what he does to Eubank Jr. But Chris Eubank Jr. isn't just sitting back and taking shots, not even close. Fired up by Benn's words, Eubank is flipping the script and firing back with intensity. He's not one to let trash talk slide, especially not when it's personal. This isn't just a boxing match anymore. It's a war. A full-blown feud that's about to spill into the ring in the most brutal way possible. For Eubank Jr., the mental game is everything. While Benn brings brute force and aggression, Eubank is leaning into strategy, focus, and control. He's made it clear.
Just the walk, let alone the fight part. It takes a lot of mental strength. It takes a lot of guts, a lot of heart. You know, mental strength, it's a huge thing in boxing.
It's a big thing in life, even outside of boxing, right? In business and in all, I think, great endeavors. Do you think it's something that you can, from what you've seen in the gym, something you can teach or train?
I think you can.
Stepping into the ring takes more than physical strength. It demands relentless mental toughness. According to Eubank, the fight starts long before the first bell. Even the walk to the ring is a test of a fighter's will. You can have all the skills in the world, Eubank says, but if your mind isn't right, you're done. That belief isn't just a soundbite, it's a philosophy. Eubank lives it, trains by it, and fights by it. What's even more interesting is his claim that mental toughness isn't just a trait, it's teachable. You can build it, he insists. You can unlock it. So now the stage is set. 2 men, 2 mindsets, 1 ring. Conor Benn is coming with fury and knockout power. Chris Eubank Jr. is coming with calm confidence and mental steel. The real question is, which one will break first? Will Benn's raw aggression overpower Eubank's mental edge, or will Eubank prove that sheer force is nothing without focus? Drop your predictions in the comments below. And don't forget to like and...
You know, for all the promotion, for all the nonsense, for all the crap, you've got 2 fighters here. Might not be for a world title, but if you want to see a scrap, you're going to see one because these two like to fight. look at their careers. They are the fighters, they are the brawlers, they love it, and they only know one way. And that's what's going to happen on April 26th. They're going to meet in the ring, in the center of the ring, and they're going to go off. And that's why the casual fans are going to love this fight. Yes, the boxing fans will.
Subscribe for more hard-hitting boxing content. Ben Shalom isn't sugarcoating anything. This isn't just another fight, it's an all-out war. Forget the titles, the flashy promos, and the endless media chatter. What's at stake here is pride, power, and pain. This is a collision between two relentless warriors who've built their reputations on aggression and refusal to back down. When they step into the ring on April 26th, the gloves come off and chaos takes center stage. There will be no slow start, no warm-up jabs. From the opening bell, it's a firefight. The moment that first punch lands, the ring will erupt, igniting a battle that fans won't forget. This isn't just a boxing match, it's a spectacle, a violent ballet of brutality and willpower.
So, yeah, I think the difficulty for Conor Benn in this fight is the weight and is the size. I think he's a better fighter. And I think at a natural weight class, he's a big favourite in the fight. But coming up 2 weight classes, it makes it a 50-50 fight. And you ain't going to blink in this one.
The real question? Who breaks first under the pressure? Because this one isn't going to be decided by points. It'll end in explosive fashion and likely before the final bell. On the other side, Eddie Hearn is speaking his truth. He's not denying Conor Benn's talent, but he's sounding the alarm. Ben is stepping into danger. This fight isn't just about skill, it's about size, power, and survival. Moving up 2 weight classes changes everything. At his natural weight, Ben might have been the clear favorite, but now he's crossing into unfamiliar territory where every punch carries more danger, every round demands more endurance, and one mistake could cost him everything. The physicality and raw power of the bigger man could tilt the balance. Can Ben handle the extra pressure? Can he absorb the...
And Conor Benn is an animal with a hot head. And as soon as that bell goes, you've only got to watch Nigel Benn's fights and Conor Benn's fights in his career so far to realise he's going to set about him from the first bell.
Hits and still press forward with his trademark ferocity. This fight is high risk, high reward. It's not just a test of boxing, it's a test of limits. And yet, Hearn isn't writing Ben off. He calls him a relentless beast, a fighter who thrives on chaos. From the opening second, Ben brings the storm, explosive speed, unrelenting pressure, and a hunger to dominate. His approach is pure warfare. Just like his father before him, Ben doesn't wait, doesn't hesitate. He dives headfirst into battle. But here's the twist. Will that same ferocity work against a bigger, stronger opponent? Charging in early might overwhelm some, but against the wrong fighter, it could backfire in devastating fashion. This fight will come down to who can impose their will.
Do you think it'll be there for the fight?
I think he could potentially be there, yeah. I don't think it would take too much for him to be there. It's just a few conversations and things to be worked out in between, I'm sure. But yeah, it's obviously a fight that Chris Eubank Jr. is carrying the promotion alone, at the moment. So
why do you say that?
Because he is the one that's engaged the public
And control the pace. Can Ben break his opponent with pressure, or will he walk into a perfectly laid trap? One thing's certain, this fight won't be decided by the judges. Someone's going down. The only question is, who? On the flip side, Harlem Eubank isn't pulling any punches. He's not just tossing out casual opinions. He's exposing what he sees as the hard truth beneath the hype. According to Harlem, while Conor Benn might still be part of the conversation, he's not the one making noise. It's Chris Eubank Jr. who's carrying this promotion, dominating the spotlight, and setting the tone for the entire build-up. Eubank Jr. isn't just showing up, he's taking control. Every interview, every media moment, every headline, he owns them. Meanwhile, Ben appears to be fading into the background, letting Eubank Jr. control the energy, the pacing, and the momentum.
It's quite difficult sometimes, especially if you're dry like Chris Eubank. He will struggle to stay within that £10 limit. I have a feeling he won't do it. I have a feeling he'll agree to it, he'll pay a fine and maybe weigh in 15 or 16 pounds over.
Who did he fight recently and he looked like he was completely dead at the weight?
his
last fight.
Was it Liam Smith, the first one?
Yeah.
He looked like he looked awful.
Brutal. And that's how hard it is to make. That's why I think it's kind of the rehydration clause puts things slightly more into Conor Benn's favour, which is unfair.
Harlem Eubank raises an important question. Is this quiet approach from Ben a tactical move or a sign of something deeper? Could it be a lack of fire, a loss of confidence? Has Ben already conceded control of the narrative to his rival? With all eyes fixed on Chris Eubank Jr., the spotlight is burning bright. If Ben wants to prove he's more than just a name, he'll have to step up soon and do it loud. Meanwhile, Carl Frampton didn't mince words on the TalkSport boxing podcast, raising serious concerns about Eubank Jr.'s ability to make weight for the upcoming clash with Ben. Frampton brought attention to the strict weight clause in place, specifically the rehydration limit, and how it could become a serious problem for Eubank. Frampton highlighted Eubank's past struggles with weight cuts, especially in the fight against Liam Smith, where he appeared drained and far from his best. The rehydration clause in this battle.
Conor's his dad's son, and his dad's exactly the same. And the Eubanks and the Benns, they know each other's strengths and weaknesses, and so there'll always be that family rivalry going on. And Chris's aloof personality, riles Conor, like his dad did, with their dads did. So he knows exactly what he's got to do.
Could prevent Eubank from fully recovering between weigh-in and fight night. Frampton even suggested that Eubank might come in over the limit and face a financial penalty, potentially weighing in 15 to 16 pounds above the cap. If that happens, Ben could walk in with a physical advantage, turning this clause into a game changer. Then there's Johnny Nelson, who's drawing a bold line between the two fighters. He's openly critical of Conor Benn, calling out his off-ring controversies and questionable behavior. Nelson believes Benn's reckless comments and public actions have created unnecessary distractions, hurting his reputation and overshadowing his actual boxing ability. In contrast, Nelson has high praise for Chris Eubank Jr., crediting him for his professionalism, composure, and laser-sharp focus. While Benn is tangled up in media drama, Eubank is staying the course, quietly working to cement his legacy inside the ring. Nelson's verdict is clear. One fighter is locked in, the other is surrounded by chaos. So now, the biggest questions loom. Can Conor Benn shut out the noise, focus on the fight, and prove he's still elite? Or will the constant controversy catch up with him when it matters most? Drop your predictions in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for all the latest updates and breakdowns in the boxing world.